Remind me.
I just did.
You know, if you reminded me, it would have been good.
Just reminded you. You're welcome.
It's so dark right now. Oh, why isn't this working now?
Because you broke it.
Probably forgot something. Or that cable got knocked out.
We're really good at this.
Oh, man. That's right. It's all right. I'm just shooting in the neighborhood.
All about the
Hey, there we go. We're back. We're on.
See, there we go. They can see you now.
Oh,
Look at that.
Lane's catching up to our conversation that I've been having.
It was a good conversation.
I wish I was there because the reactions were probably pretty good.
All right.
Shooting fire right now. Ron can call me Dylon because all I do is spit fire.
Dude, I didn't realize you guys were having a whole chat right
Oh
there.
yeah, but no, we were. They're at Laron's house, so they're watching. We're on the
How
screens.
you guys all doing tonight?
They're drinking booze.
I saw some Weller. I saw some Eagle Rare. I don't know what you guys are doing with that Willet pot still, but, you know, whatever. Mistakes were made.
Somebody got it cheap. Came out of the selection of James's like bar area.
Where the
he
hell's
doesn't wanna
Kevin
give it.
going?
He's running away.
All right.
Running away.
Where do you guys want to start tonight? I've got so much stuff. What are you doing?
He forgot to plug the laptop in, so
Oh, that would help.
might be like I said.
Before it gets lagged like
It's-
2 times ago?
union work. What do you expect?
Was it last time or 2 times ago?
Yeah, it was 2 times
What
ago.
I said 2 times ago.
Yeah, it was 2 times ago.
I wish he had a better name to work with 2 times, then we could give him a nickname.
Old 2-timey Kevin.
Go Eddie above the camera. No. It's remember Goodfellas? Johnny 2 times because he says everything 2 times. All right. So I played in. This is how we're going to start. I played in the most miserable scramble I've ever played in. I'm pretty sure it was right there.
Oh, yeah, this was the one that we talked about last week.
Saturday. It was a disaster. So it was a cold rain in the morning. Somewhere lost my rain jacket. So did everybody else. Lost my rain jacket. Cold rain in the morning. Breaks for about 3 holes. And then the Tahoe Thunderhead builds right on top of us. So at one point, there's lightning hitting like 400 or 500 yards from us. Like close enough that I'm not comfortable. And I've been in a lot of thunderstorms.
Holding up your clubs, you know.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, this is a great plan. I'm going to hold a metal rod in the air right now. And it's often enough that the thunder from the previous bolt isn't done before the next bolt hits. So at some point, all right, so there's a guy in this group. They had a bunch of nicknames for him, but he was their friend. I put up with him. I'm not going to put his name in the universe. We're going to refer to him as Johnny Brassballs because he was that guy.
Johnny
Like, he was the guy swagging around the golf course with his brass balls hanging out the whole fucking time. Just driving right up to the green in his cart, talking through swings, being Mr. Bold Brash, like, ask for forgiveness, not permission, and maybe not even that.
So, Casey.
Just a massive twit. Right? So we're out there, and at one point, it's dumping on us, and thunder and lightning. So he, drives under some pine trees, because that's a good idea.
That's totally safe during a lightning
Always
storm.
is.
And my boss, who's his buddy, who wrangled me into this tournament, drives up with him. Now we're soaked through. And we just made the turn. We're like a hole and a half from the clubhouse. And I look at my boss, and I'm like, we're going in. And he's like, what? I'm like, dude, we're going in. I'm not about hanging out under a pine forest in a thunderstorm. Like, that's just stupid.
No, it's safe.
For a lot of reasons, that's dumb. And Johnny Brassballs is still like, oh, we're not clicking, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I put up with him for a little while longer. We get inside. We're hanging out. It's like 45 minutes for it to clear, but everyone's soaked through at this point. It's miserable. So we head back out on the course, and now it's cold, and everything's wet. My leather head covers are soaked through. My bag is complete. Everything in my bag is soaked through. Like inside the pockets,
There's a
Literally everything.
puddle at the bottom of the bag.
You can't. I'm in tennis shoe style golf spikes, and there's so much water on the fairway that like when you step on grass, it's not grass. Like your foot just sinks and water comes over the top. You're just like,
Fuck that.
shit. Anyway, so Johnny, JBB, is now like they gave us a hard, they're like, all right, guys, you can go back out on the course, but it's flooded. This is a hard cart pass only, right? So we make it up the first hole. And Johnny's just driving up the middle of the fairway, like causing these mudded out tire tracks. They're going to be there for the whole season. They're going to have to resod that bitch. Like it's damaged for the rest of the year. We're yelling at him. We leave. Marshall comes up. Marshall yells at him. Then it starts raining again, and it's still cold. And we're out there. I'm in the middle of a putt, and he's yammering on, you know, all go, no quit. Fuck it, we're not pussies. We're doing this. So I make the putt. He's still fucking chirping, right? And he's a big guy. He's my size.
How are you being this nice?
I don't know, but it ended. And I turned to him, and obviously the violence came out in my voice because
What,
his
you?
whole demeanor changed drastically. Like I make the putt, I turn to him, and I go, "Shut the fuck up." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "You heard me. Stop fucking talking right now." I didn't hear a peep from him the rest of the round. I am so tired of the guys that think they're Johnny Brass balls and fucking walk out fucking wide stance mosey and just like, I'm the guy. And you're like, go fuck yourself.
Just drop that dude.
Anyway,
You put him in an instant depression.
So you had the Caddyshack round from hell.
I did. No. Actually, I did. We were in the clubhouse and there's one guy, I don't know what team he was on. Friendly enough guy. He's drunk. They're like 12 under or something after 11 or 12 holes. Like they're playing a good number. And he's like, I'm going back out in this. He's like, it's cleared and I'm going back out. I got too good of a number not to go. He's like, I'm going back out if it doesn't clear. And I fully looked at him and went, yeah, I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come in for a while yet. He did not get it. The two guys standing next to him did. They were dying.
That's great. That's gold. So you had fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's, what do they call it? It's fucking type 2 fun. Like, it's fun after the fact when you're telling the story. But in the
during-
middle of it, it's just misery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just endurance until you're done, and then it's a good story.
I mean, how often do you get stuck in the rain playing?
Almost never up here.
Yeah.
And I didn't warm up the rest of the day.
Well, up here it's every celebrity golf tournament.
Yeah.
It seems to be the last day of celebrity golf. It seems to always fucking rain.
So they chose a good weekend.
Yes, Christian says those are guys who get hit in the face in the first 30 seconds of a dodgeball match. Facts.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I would be winging at him hard.
Throwing wrenches.
I mean, it was fun. I had a good time with my boss. That dude annoyed the shit out of me.
Well, you said fun.
What are you guys smoking? I'm finishing up what he's lighting up right now, so he can talk about it. And then I'm going to smoke a Underground Maduro.
Are you smoking that Vegas?
Maybe.
You don't remember?
I have the wrapper. I'm looking at it.
Yes, that's what he's
The
smoking.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking,
Like,
what a fucking tool.
what are you smoking, Casey? The camera's still on you.
I don't know. What the fuck am I smoking?
Dark stuff.
Dark Star. I'm finishing a Dark Star, and I'm about to light up a 810.
Okay.
I'm on the Rocky kick.
And
I
I
don't-
started a Dawn Pippin.
I don't know that we're drinking as well as James and the fellas are tonight.
You got Remus, so I mean that's
Yeah, the Remus is good.
They got Weller, Eagle Rare, Three Fingers, Savage Cook.
what-
Apparently, Stacy's just getting started, apparently.
all right, James. I am drinking this barrel pick from
Oh,
Meat and Deli. It's
We're
the
going to
barrel
save you a sample bottle of
rum.
that, James. We're going to have to.
Yeah, that's right up your alley.
I can get
James.
another bottle too.
That's the
We might have to. James, it's a rum finished bourbon, and it was a wet rum barrel that they dumped it in.
Oh, yeah.
The rum is noticeable.
lots. I got the RD1.
Listen, I've been babying it pretty well. Otherwise, that bottle would have been gone by now.
Oh, they still have 3 bottles that already won at Total Wine if you want some more. Or
Oh,
James
snap.
if you want some more.
Oh, now you got to now he's gonna come back after he gets out of Minnesota.
Yeah. Right?
I don't know about that.
We'll drink it all. We got a whole week.
Listen, he has plenty of bottles down there.
His kitchen is quite literally full of bottles.
Lanes? Yeah. I know.
No, James's.
Is
James,
it?
James has one of those like bars that goes into the living room area. It's legitimately just booze.
I gotta go. I gotta go down there with you sometime to see that. I want to build a bar like that.
Hey, my booze is all well hidden.
You're right, in your closet. Got it.
Like a person with a proper problem.
That's right.
James says pick him up that RD1.
All right, Jay. I'll pick one up when I go down there next week, James.
And Stace is apparently smoking on the budget because he's got the Davidoff.
Oh, Fugazi Davidoff. Oh, shit. All right, so Great Basin, Minden, right?
The first day that they opened, they were good. Like, legit, they were pretty good.
Nah.
But the burger was still mediocre.
How were they good if the burger was mediocre?
Like,
Yeah, that's a standard.
so
you
it was
just can't
good
cross.
atmosphere. It was actually a lot cleaner than when you went. Not to mention,
All right,
the
I'll-
service was better.
I'm going to go over my problems. And I
Yes.
like Great Basin in Carson City, and I like Great Basin in Reno.
Yeah.
The floor was disgusting and unswept. There were flies in the room. The noise. So it's like it was all white noise. It was like someone turned the white noise up to 11, and you couldn't hear the TVs. You couldn't hear the dude across the table from you. Like I'm okay with loud if it's good sound, but this was trash sound. Whoever their sound engineer was a moron. The staff clearly didn't care. They did the whole like text your phone when your order's ready thing, and it didn't go through on the dude's phone. So they just let it sit up there and get cold. Like I watched it come up, but it came up with some pizzas and we didn't have pizzas. So I was like, oh, whatever. And then I looked back up and the pizzas were gone and those boxes were still there. Like, I bet that's ours. And they're just camping on it, letting it get cold. I mean, they're trying to do like the original McDonald's feel, like the old school 50s drive-in, like that kind of more about the community and the people that are in there than like your particular table and your server and the people that you're with. Like they're trying to create this sort of community atmosphere. They just missed. They just fucking missed.
Well, the biggest thing with the flies and everything, they keep those big doors open on the side because they have outside seating as well.
The doors weren't open.
They weren't open?
No, they had those swamp coolers and they were trying to cool it down, which also wasn't working. It just feels unfinished. I mean, listen, I know the guy that built them, and it's a miss. Like, I'm sorry, it's a miss. I have no reason to ever go in there again.
Oh,
I only went once, so.
the Brotherhood is collective at LaRon's house. They're
9
deep.
deep.
Someone's gonna
Shit.
fall in the pool. Just gonna say that right now.
Take bets. Start taking bets.
Who's falling in the pool today? Because there's too many people.
And then no one get up to go to the bathroom because you're going to get sabotaged.
I was about to
Facts.
say,
Facts.
the last time James was in here, didn't he barely make it to the door?
No, he was good last time. It was his birthday that he was fucked up.
Yeah. When we were supposed to see him in here for the podcast, and then he never showed.
Oh yeah, damn! All the players are out. Be careful. That's a dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah.
About 10:30, it's gonna start
right.
popping off in LaRon's house.
That's
We're
Casey's
going to do the
favorite.
quick F1 hit. Did Lewis Hamilton cry a little bit when he realized that Ferrari wasn't going to get Newey?
No,
You don't think so?
no. He does. No one can afford that $100 million fucking bullshit.
Lance Stroll was all, boom, or Lawrence Stroll.
Yeah, Lawrence was like, I have $100 million in cash.
Yeah.
Would you like it? Adrian Newey said, yes, please. I don't have to move. I don't have to leave England. My kids can stay in school. I'll take $100 million.
Do you just imagine Adrian Newey pulling the scene from Ocean's 13
Which scene?
where he's renegotiating the motorcycle contract, like on the fly?
Yes.
In cash.
In cash.
Cash.
What did Chuck Berry say every night before he went on?
Pay me my money.
In cash. The only exciting part about that is that means we get an Adrian Newey Aston Martin.
Yes.
Like a legit, like, Vantage Newey edition.
I mean, is it going to be like a road car Vantage, or is it going to be something ridiculous like the last one he put out?
Well, I hope it's a road car.
Yeah.
I don't need that contrived ass hypercar wannabe with
Dude, that
Red
thing
Bull
was
slapped
so
on the side
silly.
of
It looked like something out of the Jetsons.
so stupid.
For I don't know how much it cost, but
Many millions of dollars.
30, 40 million dollars.
Yeah.
More
I,
than any of us are willing to
I
spend.
need someone from Top Gear to review that fucking car and tell me how much of a pig it is.
Hey, don't we get the last special for Grand Tour soon?
September?
September
month?
next month.
And then that's it.
I know it's disappointing.
No more.
We'll see.
I mean, they're getting old.
It'll come back eventually. It's too much of a cash cow. The BBC can't afford not to bring it back.
Just not with them. I mean, they might show up and do a quick handoff to whoever the
don't-
new trio is. But
I think you just go cold turkey and start new.
yeah.
I think you just find 3 new people and just say, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, but it's not as easy as it sounds. It took Top Gear forever.
It took a few shit seasons to finally get that group. Oh, I need a cutter.
I got one.
I need tools. Mill prepared.
I asked if you needed anything.
You know.
What else you guys got going? How was your week? Hold on. Shot a 67 today. Played a ball and a half scramble with myself on Monday and shot a 64.
The champions of the black and white mixed trio don't care.
You're already scared.
Who'd you play today?
We're not scared. Just saying.
What's
Did-
that?
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah, I just went out as a single.
Okay.
I played 18 holes in an hour and 35 minutes.
Was nobody else on the?
I had to play through 2 groups the whole time, and they both saw me coming and were like,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it was perfect.
Oh,
don't
James
always
wants to know what
get
the triangle cigar was.
You'll.
The trilogy,
The trilogy. The Alec
Shit.
Bradley trilogy.
it's what we're reviewing after this.
Yeah, it's
The
we're doing-
Maduro.
We're doing the Maduro. I gave him the Maduro.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He liked it.
Okay.
Fuego,
Oh, yeah.
please.
Dude, I smoked that 888 Maduro from the series, the last one, the one we haven't smoked in here.
Yeah.
That's good.
I want to try it.
I almost bought you one. I was like, no, he doesn't deserve it this week. Maybe next week.
So I'm gonna grab something before I start talking.
Just
I know. I didn't think about it till now.
tools.
No.
Oh.
Project.
This is
What?
Project.
union work, so we gotta wait.
Oh.
Project.
See,
Oh, the things you're working
union
on.
work.
Yeah. Work. Yes. Work. All they do is work.
Oh, on his course, 78's a good number, James. I was playing a wide open freeway track.
Wait, James got a 78?
No, Laurent did.
Oh, I'm like, there's no way.
Bro, the day James gets to 78, I'm gonna have to give up golf.
I mean, Laurent's playing real courses. I just went out to run through 18 real fast
I mean, you
on
play,
a course where you can't lose a ball.
You would play real courses too if we had them out here. I think we have one.
The problem
but-
is our real courses are all like 125 a round.
right.
Yeah.
And I just, for what you pay for them, it's obnoxious.
What's that one in Reno though? They do the PGA on.
It's in Truckee.
Oh, that one.
The one that used to do the PGA on?
Yes.
Montreux.
What's that one cost?
It's private.
Oh.
So,
So you have to know
after
somebody.
after you pony up your $250,000.
Oh, it's a little it's a little pricey.
Actually, I don't think it's that much. I think it's like 55.
We don't know anybody from there yet? Or you have-
Montreux?
Yeah.
I wish.
No, all the guys at Fumare abandoned their Montreux memberships
Ah,
a couple years ago.
before you can get a chance to play.
Yeah, they went up. A couple of them joined a course called Arrow Creek, which a nice course, 2 nice courses actually, and then a couple of them just did the like member, but not like at a private course thing where you pay like $2,500 and you're paying $25 a round or something for the season. They did that deal.
Is that one in the flats still a thing? Washoe Flats.
Yeah, Toyabe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The windy ass fucking.
dude. If you can get that course on a day the wind's not blowing, it's amazing.
Is it
Yeah, it's in great shape all the time.
one day out of the year? It's not fucking windy as shit.
You just have to tee off at like 6 in the morning.
That's too early. I like golf, but I don't like it that much.
I mean, in Palm Springs, in summer in Palm Springs, I'd probably tee off at 6 in the morning when you know it's going to be 118 degrees. That's a little warm.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be out there. Not when it's that warm. I barely
No,
want
that's
to be
hot.
outside when it's 90. I'm done when it's 90. We're still working on a website, right? Mm-hmm. But we'll be up soon. Mm-hmm. And on that website will be actually starting to push out swag. Some of the stuff I was thinking about was this flop wallet, which they're making me make now. So sad. No, I actually enjoy it. It's a new hobby.
It says we.
Okay, you're making me do it.
I'm not making you do
It's all
shit.
you.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I made a flap wallet that holds cards, and I was thinking same style, but if we do it for cigarellos and do a cedar line on it, I think that'd be a good one. And then I was looking at doing caddies, kind of like the caddies for your keys and all that, but do it for like cigar tools. This one's supposed to fold in, and I'm supposed to stitch the side, so it'll be like that. But I also saw another one that you do an impression and push it down. So that's what I've been working on this week.
Hey, I think we're gonna do 2 sizes of coin. We're gonna do a ball marker coin. It's gonna be like 1.5 inches, and then we're gonna do a challenge coin size. It's a full size coin. It's gonna be the Skull logo on one side, and then the Lake Tahoe logo on the back, or the Lake Tahoe outline on the back.
Nice. That top one on our sign there? Or is it like the Tahoe?
No, it's the outline of the lake.
Got it.
I'll show it to you when we're
It's
done.
the
here.
actual lake.
Okay.
Casey's seen it. I think he liked it.
It looked good. I'd like to see it in a coin.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cool.
I'm gonna use it as a ball mark. I will have the first ball mark, Big Ash coin.
First big ash ball marker.
Big ash ball marker. we need golf club covers too.
You know, so there were people giving me shit about the Big Ash name.
I feel
When
like
we
it's
went
working
with
out
the
for a
Daily
lot
Torch.
of things.
9 of them are sitting at LeBron's house.
Yeah, right? Jerks.
Boom, shots fired.
The worst was Will, who's like, have you thought about Ashfall? Like,
What
I
hap-
literally owned it.
Christian
Yeah.
wants to know what happens if you lose the challenge coin. 50 push-ups?
Yes, 50 push-ups. No. So the challenge coin is going to be the invite into special events when we start doing them. So if you lose it, you're just going to stand outside and watch.
Sad. While we make fun of you.
We'll bring you really shitty cigars.
John Wick status. No coin, no entry.
Yeah. No, it's exactly right. So it's not really, it's really the gold coin style
Yeah.
from John Wick. I
Yeah,
shouldn't call it a
exactly.
challenge coin. That's not really fair.
Yeah, it's a continental coin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good idea for when we start doing special events.
Oh, look, your brother's a critic.
He always
Already.
is.
Already. It is.
Yeah, we know, and we don't know why.
It's supposed to be black and white. It's vintage.
Yeah, I have to go in there. This is our vintage our vintage podcast.
It's old.
It does.
timey.
I'm going to be honest. In black and white, it stands out so much better in that little corner.
Yeah, you can see
It
everything.
really does. I don't hate that look.
No.
Oh, it's still up. That's right.
I mean, I don't know that. I like the look when it's inset.
Spider Eye.
I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, yeah.
That's what Christian said.
I mean, if we can, we could probably set during the main part, set it as a color, and then that little screen black and white.
Does that camera even have ISO settings?
It does.
Okay.
You have to go in, and there's a whole menu, and you have to use the little device.
Okay.
I can bring it in, and you can mess with it.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's
I'll leave it black and white. I don't care. I like it.
that's a union man thing. So.
Unions on strike.
Union sounds straight.
Oh shit, we got a LeBron.
Yeah, he called you a chump.
That's champ.
No, you chump.
He's talking to me. I'm the champ. Lane's the chump.
Oh, that hurts. That really hurts.
Hey,
You gotta win the next
until we're not defeated, we're gonna ride out the champion thing for as long as we can.
I don't think that championship's ever going to go because you guys haven't gone in a
No,
while.
we're gonna go. We're just gonna wait for after the snow season, so he's rusty again.
So you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it a yearly thing after the snow season.
That's our plan. That's our plan. Is to,
Dude, you say that. I'm launching that web platform in like 2 weeks.
yeah. So you'll be busy doing.
I might
that.
have to do anything. I might be traveling the world golfing in 3 months.
You'll be busy doing that, so I can sneak down, play a couple rounds with LeBron, warm up a couple times beforehand.
Yeah, but you're not going to.
I totally will.
we're
I
gonna.
will. We have to win. We have to hold our victory. So we
I mean,
can-
that's not going to happen.
we could be the champions
James
once
is
again.
only going to get better.
No,
And I'm not losing again. I don't care what teas you guys put me on.
That's if James goes out.
All right, Shorzy, this team will never fucking lose again.
Yeah, that's not happening again. You just keep talking.
I that's what I'm good at. That's
They said
what they pay me for.
if the black and white was sideways, it'd be retro Batman series style.
It's fair.
I'd be okay with that. So
Insert the spinning logo transitions.
I mean, those would be kind of cool. Kevin looks like he's thinking about something.
I'm always thinking about something. I'm trying to figure out what I'm thinking half the time. It's always going somewhere.
He just kind of has that look on his face.
No, you guys saw the.
Man lost in thought.
You guys have been watching the Olympics more than I have. I catch it bit by bit.
I mean, I mostly just put it on at work.
Yeah,
So I catch it when I'm standing up the podium or something.
I've been rooting for the French.
Of course you are.
They're the home team.
listen,
you have to root for the home team.
Listen, America's already gotten 27 gold.
We are the Max Verstappen of the Olympics. Nobody likes us.
I think
That's
it's
why you're
probably
supposed to
accurate.
support us.
Our theme plays more. Everyone has got to be so fucking sick and tired of hearing that shit.
Although we're behind China in gold medals right now.
No, we're not.
I think we are.
No, we're not.
You just make shit up, don't you?
I don't know. Actually,
You just whatever comes to your.
I feel like we're not.
I think we are.
Nah, they're cheating then.
In fact, I think they picked up another couple today.
I'm
Checking
about
for
to say
roids.
there was 27 gold medals for America, and the next closest was 2 under, and I don't remember who that was.
Yeah, see, we're number one.
I don't think that's accurate.
We're number one in spirit.
Look,
You guys
so he's
Oh.
talk
Googling.
amongst yourselves.
Mick, Google it.
He's
real
gonna you Google it.
Yeah.
quick. See, U.S. 27, China 25.
Oh,
In
yeah.
your face.
See, I was right.
People's Republic
Okay.
of nothing.
You might want to double check that though. It was Bobby.
Yeah, 27-25.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
We passed them. They were ahead 2 days ago.
it's a lot of Olympic shots. Never gonna catch up. Olympic shots is no joke, man.
You're not wrong.
It's a terrible game. I don't know why we invented it, but
Well,
well,
because we needed something. We had football. That's not in the Olympics.
I'm not gonna recover until the winter.
Casey and I
Olympics.
discussed this earlier, right? Like someone in the Olympics from another country was like, I'm just saying, if you don't play teams from the rest of the world, you can't call yourself a world champion.
Yeah, well,
Which I would
yeah.
sort of buy in baseball. I don't buy in basketball. And football, literally, I think whatever team won the Super Bowl would gladly invite any team from any country to come play them.
Oh yeah. With how hard they hit and how big our guys are.
It would be
We-
brutal. Listen,
No,
okay.
We figured this out. Okay, it's our number one college team versus any world team that wants to play us. We'll keep it fair. Kind of.
And even then,
I feel like that's unfair because all the college teams, they're wanting to go pro
That-
and they're going to
don't-
try harder.
Don't ruin this, Kevin.
Listen,
Don't.
this is the sport, right? The most meathead, aggressive head coach anywhere.
Yes.
Any other time of the year, he's literally talking about committing murder.
Yes.
And he looks at his team and he's like, be nice.
Well, clearly, the football coach for the American team would be Ted Lasso.
Would it?
Yes,
I don't know that it would.
it would have to be. False pretenses, and he's an actor. That way, they're like, oh, all right, they have an actor for their coach. What's this guy know? And he's just going to come out there and be like, be a goldfish, ruin them. They'd be like, I don't know, I forgot what we were doing. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, no,
boys.
Christian, I think that's our point. Like, anybody from the SEC, like, you can put together
Yes.
a professional rugby team in pads, and they're still showing up. They're going to walk out on the field, and they're going to be like, we're playing 20-year-olds. How bad can this be? And then 345-pound 20-year-old that runs a 4.8 is standing in front of them in full pads. They're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They're gonna first of all, Star Spangled Banner comes on. They come out like Remember the Titans. The whole thing's a spectacle. Wayne Newton sings the halftime show. It'd be great.
LaRon says, Lane, I ain't poking the bear.
Don't fucking leave me hanging, LeRon.
That's my job to poke the bear.
Bobby Boucher would be an excellent coach. He's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, you just got to think.
and Pacino's character from Any Given Sunday. That's the combination of coaches that we have for our team.
Listen though, if Pacino shows up to coach the team, Ted Lasso is the assistant head coach.
Fair. I'll accept Pacino as head coach. Any Given Sunday, Pacino, he gives a fantastic speech. It's fine.
What else you guys got going on? I won't talk politics. The brothers hate it, so
Yeah, I was going to, and then I remembered they didn't like it because I was watching the Vance and Waltz. What's his name?
Waltz.
Waltz.
Yeah,
Tim Waltz.
Vance is going after Waltz on
course he
his
is.
That's his
military
job.
background.
That's his job.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's a VP off. It's like
Say-
a dance off.
say-
It's a Veep off.
It's a Veep off. There you go.
The V-Puff.
It's going to be the most exciting part of the campaign. I'm not sure the presidential candidates are going to debate.
You know, actually, since it's an Olympic year, every time we vote, I think there should be some kind of political Olympic games that have to be run for candidacy.
I think they should. I don't know about that, but listen, you could have a required event at the opening and the closing of every debate
Yeah. I think that's fair.
with the challenge coin button.
Oh,
Audience doesn't like your answer? 10
boom,
push-ups.
challenge.
I'd say 50, but I'm not sure.
I don't think half of them could do that.
Yeah. Can you like
70%.
sign a ringer? Can you just have like a designated push-up guy?
Can you have a designated champion?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Then we got this. This will be fine.
What do you do when he
Christian
gets
says
tired?
pull-ups.
Pull-ups.
That's even meaner. Damn, Christian, you cruel, man.
Who would it be? The Rock would be somebody's champion.
The Republican Rock?
Would it be the Republican Rock? I think he's a Democrat.
Doesn't matter. The Brahma Bull is a Republican. I don't care what
I mean,
Dwayne
who's he doing?
Dwayne Johnson might be a Democrat, but the Brahma Bull is clearly Republican.
Vance can knock out 10, is what Christian said.
Oh, is there a boxing match?
I mean,
now?
he was a Marine, right?
He was in the military, yes, and so was Waltz.
Yeah, I think he was a Marine. I think Waltz was National Guard.
Yeah, he was a National Guard, said he carried those weapons, and that's what Vance was going after him for. He said that he would basically sat in office all the time.
Yeah, Marine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, that's not fair. You just throw crayons and he gets distracted.
He just shake a box in front of him.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh, you did.
You should have known that.
Always keep a pack of crayons on me just in case.
We have a box down there.
Like the episode of Family Guy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, piece of candy. You know, we should really remember this for next time. This is the second time this has worked.
Ooh, Crayola. Ooh, Crayola.
For me, nothing much is going on. Just I hung out with my buddy Mark. He apparently thought I got arrested.
Yes.
And called Southlake. Casey knows the story better than me. Go.
Yes. Kevin disappeared because he was done hanging out with Mark. Mark's drunk ass woke up, decided to drink at 11 because, you know, it's what you do
In the morning.
in the morning.
It's
Okay.
called day
And then
drinking.
around
Get it
6
right?
o'clock, he walks in here and he goes, "Hey, man, have you heard from Kevin?" And I'm like, "No. Why would I hear from Kevin?" He's like, "I don't know. I think he got arrested. I don't know where he is."
Why are you giving a Batman voice?
Was
You
this
gotta
a
go a
dream
little
that
bit
he
more.
had?
No, it wasn't a dream. He legitimately told me to call Kevin. So I called Kevin, went to voicemail. And he's like, "I think he got locked up. I don't know what's going on." And I'm like, "Yeah, he probably went home and went to bed because he has to work." I'm like, "Clearly that's what he did." He's like, "I don't know. I called El Dorado County and he's not there." And I'm like, "Okay. Did you try any of the morgues or hospitals in said county as well? If you're going to call the most random place you can think of." I'm like, "He's in Douglas County, you fucking moron. Like, what? Call them." And he's like, well, I just figured maybe he was driving and he got picked up." I'm all, how would he have got picked up in the wrong like, that doesn't even make sense. And he's
The
like,
wrong
I don't
county
know.
and the wrong state.
I wasn't thinking. He got arrested. And I'm like, "Well, call Douglas County." So he calls Douglas County. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for my friend. I don't know if you have him or not." And he's like, he says his name. He's like, "I don't know. I just haven't heard from him. So I don't know. Maybe he got arrested." And clearly the person on the phone is like, get the fuck off the phone. Like, what are you doing right now?
P.S. Kevin, you're now on a watch list for
Yeah,
Douglas
you
County.
are legit, dude. You are change your name.
I work for the county too, which is the funny part. So if they hear about this, it's going to be humorous for me. But yeah, I hung out, drank with him. I left when I was sober enough, which I knew I was sober because I can walk a straight line. So, I mean, I'm good.
Yes, that's always a good.
So,
Yes,
always good tall tale sign.
that's the first rule. If I can walk a straight line,
The room wasn't
Good to
spinning.
go.
I was good. I didn't feel any after effects or anything. So at about 7 o'clock, hopped in my car and drove off.
If I'm being honest, he said too. He's like he took his bottles and he left. I'm like, so are you just mad that Kevin took the bottles and you had to actually pay for booze, or are you actually worried about his general health?
So we have a little argument going on about real assassination attempts.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see they asked the Reaper about a 125-yard shot?
Yeah, that he could make with a handgun.
He looks at the dude and he's like, I've never missed from that distance.
Never.
It's literally.
I mean, it's
impossible.
Nick Irving. Like, yeah. Here's the other thing. Somebody was asked, and they're like, there's not a sniper in the world I would trust to miss that shot and graze my fucking ear. So
Oh, yeah.
there's no way it was him doing it. Like, I think they just hired the wrong person. That's what you get from Craigslist. It's a Craigslist sniper, okay?
Well, they asked the one guy that they captured, or that was captured. I forget his name, but if he hired him for that.
Yeah, no,
No,
clearly not.
no,
I mean, come on.
I mean, that's just buffoonery.
right? Why would you hand him hire
What
some
I'm,
random
what I'm
guy?
going to need you to do is shoot me in the ear from 130 yards.
Yeah.
Now, it's very important that you hit me in the ear.
And only I'm going to turn my head this
Yeah,
way.
I'm gonna turn, and you're just gonna just plink it real easy. I mean, I'm good. I'm not that good. You put an apple on your head, we can talk. That's
I'll get the general area, but you might get a little buzz.
It would definitely have been more messy than that. But I mean, I've seen the Jackal. They could have remoted that shit if you were really gonna try. Well, little tripod setup with the camera, done.
There's so many things you could have done.
What? It's in the Jackal. You don't remember that movie?
I saw it on TV.
Has to be real. TV's never lied to me.
Well, if you're gonna go that route, you might as well go Citizen. What's that one with Gerard Butler?
The law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen. You hook up a 50 cal and just let it go.
Here's the thing. There are a number of people who could have made that shot from a hell of a lot further away with big boy toys. Like, if someone professional's doing it, they're not going to be anywhere near the little fucking in the zone. They're going to be really far away, and they're still going to hit it. And it's going to be impressive. And you're going to be like, holy shit, that just happened.
So that's telling you right there. The guy knew that he couldn't shoot, so he had to be closer.
Well, I want to know what his vision was.
Worse than mine and yours, apparently. And with the scope, I mean, you don't really need glasses.
Yeah. See, even Christian's like, thinks it was a clean shot.
Oh my God. Did you read that?
What?
Chris, did you read that?
Wow.
Christian,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
cold, man.
Wow. Stace was cold too. That's messed up.
Anyway,
It was just somebody from Craigslist.
you think he was hired?
Everybody
I
seems to
mean-
think
Who
he's
gets hired for that job? You can't even pay him for it.
No, because he's not going to make it out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a devout motherfucker because you know you're gonna die. Like,
That's just someone fucking mentally disturbed.
yeah, no, it is for sure.
Got really lucky. Like there was just massive incompetence happening.
Here's the thing.
This is James.
If we had done it, okay, we would have blamed Russia,
Exactly.
hands down. We would have been like, it was the
Yeah,
Russians.
dude, LaRon, I want to get you guys a camera. I'll get you a full setup. We can split screen you in whenever you want.
Yes, especially with all of them right now, hooting and hollering.
Oh, yeah. Have a real good old conversation.
Yeah. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh, dude,
We
no.
need to get Christian on here again too.
Yeah, we could do everyone. We have a big old round table.
Just a 4-screen. We need a 4th group.
Force.
Yeah.
We can make one.
We might be able to get Bobby in there. He has some of the stuff already.
It's a super easy setup.
Now that
We
know
can
how
figure
to
this
do it.
out. All right. Next time, not Christian, because I don't want you to come back out. James, you guys, next time you're back up here, we'll walk you through it. You'll leave with a setup. We'll make sure that you guys can get on camera next time.
There you go.
We could also do a bonus episode with them. Just have it recorded.
That's true. If you guys want to come up and be on, we'll just set it up. And
Yeah, but I want them for the random events that happen during the week, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
stuff that's unscripted.
Yes. Like the action in the ghetto of the Ron's house. The Ron's a real OG. Okay, I don't care what anyone says.
Dude, I know what you're talking about. It was nice and orderly when I left the
Yeah,
house.
but and you know what? As soon as you left, it got popping off. Suspicious. That seems suspicious. What detail did you take with you to make the neighborhood just start popping up? Huh? Fucking 10 SUVs just took off with you, and all of a sudden the streets just got wild and crazy.
Dude, I drove out. It was nothing happening.
Yeah,
It's
well,
quiet.
yeah, it was quiet for about 20 minutes afterwards, and all of a sudden it was fucking crazy. I didn't want to leave. I was fearful of my life getting to my car.
They're like, he's gone. Let's get after it.
I was like, shit. I'm about to sleep in the backyard. I ain't leaving.
Casey, Soul Slasher says that we could do a Discord call and do a capture of OBS on it.
Yeah.
You have Discord, so we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of ways to do it.
Yeah, we just gotta do
Just
it
gotta set it up.
and get people set up on it too. They can all hold their phones.
What are you reading? What do we got going on?
It's just said, shots fired. My ear hurts. LeBron's still salty because I'm talking about my lady. What?
Nothing. That's between you and LeBron.
No, Ron. Me and
Oh,
Ron.
Ron.
No, not LeBron.
Really close names. You make it away.
Yeah, because you really do live in the hood. That was some hood shit.
I think they're lying. I do.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't think there's anything wrong with you.
clearly you took the production detail with you. That's why you didn't see it.
Everybody said, "Okay, he's gone."
It's easy to leave the neighborhood with 3 armored SUVs. Leave the rest of us just in the fucking hood.
Why do you think I drove down there by myself?
Yeah, you and the 10 other agents that were with you. I saw those dudes at the golf course. I know.
Anyways, what have you been up to this week other than golfing? You see Dad?
Yeah, he got back from Oklahoma, picked up a bunch more Weller.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
That's good.
we got restocked in the shop. Not much. He's got new toys to play with that I have to go down and hang out.
We all got to do that at some point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come back from Uncle Mike's house with some fun stuff.
Yes.
Sweet.
We all got to pick a Tuesday and do that.
Facts.
I need to go out shooting anyway. I haven't been out in a long time.
Me, you, me, and Casey for sure.
I
It's been a
have
long,
not
long
been out
time.
in a long time.
I think we're gonna go out with James when he comes back up.
No hood has a pool in the back. Come on.
Yeah, no. So golf a bunch of days, work, getting ready for like the wind down of summer and the hiring process for winter. Nothing special. Harassing people to no end.
Might as well.
Dude, I've decided like we're at a threshold right now. Like there's like a minimum volume like in society. Like in New York, it's really loud. New York, the average decibel level in New York is something like 90 decibels.
All right.
Right? So I think not for noise. We have a minimum threshold of being shitty. Like everyone's just like a minimum level of shitty.
Okay.
Right? And what we're doing is we're just waiting for someone to be more shitty. And then we use that to justify like an elevation of shittiness. So I was coming off the freeway in Carson City. And this lady in a Tesla was deciding that I wasn't going to get over, but I needed to get over because I had to turn left off the freeway to go down to Gardnerville. And there's unless you're fucking NASCAR drafting, I'm coming in. Yeah. Like, I mastered that shit a long time ago.
Like Jimmy Stewart?
And
or-
I just fucking, whoop, like right in front. And she loses her shit, fucking stomps on the accelerator, goes out like 4 lanes, cuts like 3 people off, zooms up, and then comes over and then waits and then cuts me off. And I'm like, whatever. I'm in the lane I need to be in.
Never a cop around when you need one. Some
I
bullshit.
just,
I mean, there's a chance she might have ran if there was a cop.
In a Tesla, you're only going to make it 200 miles.
Exactly.
I bet cops love Tesla chases. Like, let's go. I got a full tank of gas, motherfucker. Let's have this fun.
Hey, pull over, charge your battery. I'll
It's
catch
not
ya.
a Formula One car, baby. You're going to need to recharge.
my problem is I really enjoy the escalation, right? Like, I don't need to be shitty, but if you're being shitty, like if you're tailgating and I need to get over, I really enjoy cutting you off. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're trying to get over, you're trying to get home, and they're already being an asshole. So
Yeah. And like, oh, I'm sorry. You think that that space is small enough that my car's not going to fit.
Wrong.
I mean, he's driving a Subaru; it's small enough to fit.
Oh, I used to pull that shit in my F-150.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're driving. You can always just piss off people going faster.
That is true, and if it's a clunker, it doesn't matter. If they hit you, you're like,
Yeah,
eh.
go ahead. Hit my shit. It's insured. I don't give a fuck.
I just enjoy it. Like, you come off that gas for a second. You're trying the drafting thing. First of all, you're not close enough to actually be drafting, but you're trying. But then something happens. The dude in front hits their brakes. You panic a little bit. You come off. I'm in. It's going to happen.
It always does.
That's why caltrops aren't allowed. You know, flick a little switch. Fucking
Oil slick it.
James Bond accessories. When's that going to happen? When's the James Bond package on any car going to be optional?
They're never gonna do that.
That'd be fantastic.
It's like on a motorcycle. A lot of people on motorcycles, when you're tailgating them, we have rocks or we have pennies, and it just goes up and over. It teaches you,
What
hey,
are you,
get off the fucking
Two-Face,
gas.
just flicking coins with it?
Listen, if you're riding my ass and putting my life in danger, I'm gonna ruin your windshield.
You put your own life in danger riding a motorcycle.
It's not that bad if you have enough space.
The Department of Transportation would disagree.
Oh, dude, I was behind on 28. I was behind a guy on a motorcycle, and he either he never learned to ride or he was just learning to ride. I was giving him a ton of room because he couldn't lean his bike over in the corners. The fastest he could do in a corner was about 30, and I felt really bad.
It's a lot easier to take those turns faster.
I agree.
Borrow your lighter.
So
Yes, sir.
he was afraid to lean because he kept thinking he was gonna fall.
Yeah. I was just watching this. Driving around the lake in a summer day on a bike when you don't know how to ride has got to be miserable. Just miserable.
Terrifying.
I enjoyed learning how to ride, but I took a class. The class was a lot easier. It gave us a lot more information and gave you enough experience that when you go out there for the first time, you're not going to go and panic.
Oh, he wants to show the trilogy. I'm going to get up and get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Man, look at that. Sergeant making all random requests. Not even letting anybody sit there and wait, not waiting until the review comes out.
No, that's he bougie.
He bougie. He always bougie.
He bougie.
Sergeant, I'm always making fun of you. I'll see you when you come back up again. Oh, there you go. Look. It's almost clear.
Almost.
That right there. There you go. Look at that. Nice looking cigar.
He knows.
Of course he does.
I bet everyone at LeBron's house was just like, he bougie. We know.
He definitely bougie. There's no
Everyone just looked at him was like, he right though.
He is. He right. They're all sitting there chirping at him now, laughing at him.
It's bad James. What'd you do?
Dude, it's a good smoke. Trilogy.
I had the Cameroon.
I haven't smoked Maduro yet.
I have not smoked the Maduro.
I will smoke that later tonight.
Maduro.
That'll be my first trilogy.
It is a really interesting cigar because it's triangle pressed. which I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's not clean triangle press. Like the Sexto that Placencia does has hard corners on it.
No, it's-
This is like rounded edges, but it only has 3 sides. You're like, did you just half-ass it? You're like, wait, hold on. Let's make a triangle press. They're like, well, I mean, I can kind of do like the real woodworker was out. It was the apprentice, and he's like, I think it's good. And they're like, it's good enough. It's fine.
It's triangle-ish.
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
if you got,
it's like one fat bottom and then like kind of 2 half points.
well, that's the thing. If you go too sharp on it, you're probably gonna ruin the cigar.
No, here's what they needed, right? So what they did is they took a flat bottom, and then it's only a 2 press. It's only a 2 angle press. So it's got this on the top and this on the bottom, and they're just pushing it down. What they needed was 3 pieces on this that you screw together that all tighten at the same time, which has got to be how they do the Sexto.
Yes.
You just need a more advanced press.
Is the Sexto triangle too?
No, it's 6-sided, but
Oh.
the corners on it are hard. Like it's got sharp edges. And this one doesn't. The Trilogy is like, yeah, it's close.
We tried.
We didn't want to go too sharp. People like to squeeze them.
The cigar press from wish.com.
Is it Temu?
Timu.
Timu.
Yes. We ordered our cigar press off Timu.
Dude, right?
It says it's triangle. It's fine.
If the guys in general see this, they're going to be pissed.
No, it's just Tony. He watches. It's fine.
Tony's probably gonna laugh about it too.
I mean, we literally have the logo on the wall with a bunch of signatures on it.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, we like their cigars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just need a better woodworker,
Don't hire me.
a better engineer.
It was a guy like me that made that press.
Look, one day they're gonna get the laser cutter and they're gonna be totally different world.
All right, so how long have we been doing this? How long are we in? I can't see it on this.
50 minutes.
Okay. So the boys are going to kick off here in a second anyway. So I'm going to ask you guys. We're going to do this.
Okay.
How long do you think it's going to take for the sugar high to wear off Harris?
It's already off.
No, not quite.
It's already off.
It's not quite because once she announced her running mate, it kind of dipped back up there for a little bit. I think it's going to last probably another month and then kick off.
You think it's going to last that long?
I think so.
I mean, as it stands right now, no one's asked her a serious question. Like, she's not been forced to answer questions on the fly. Everything she said has been scripted.
And she hasn't been in an actual debate either.
She's gonna. I mean, they're gonna have some problems, right? And I don't necessarily dislike Waltz. I think I like Waltz more than I like her. I think they're equally as progressive, but I think he's a better speaker. I think he's more polished. But they're gonna have some problems. Like, he looks like a moderate. If you just were to look at him, you're like, oh yeah, that's a moderate. But then you look at his policies and like the trans stuff, he's gonna take a lot of flack for. The red flag stuff, he's gonna take a lot of flack for. The school meals I really like. Like, this is the one thing that's, I don't know why it's considered progressive. Basically, school lunch is free at every level in Minnesota. And so the reason school lunches were a massive failure is because they delineate very easily for students who has money and who doesn't, right?
Right.
Like, it creates a class system inside the school.
Yeah.
So if you need to both feed students that can't afford to eat in school and not create a class system, the easiest answer is just to give free lunches to everybody.
Well, shouldn't
And
you
it's
just
not like they're
give free
paying
lunch?
real money for those lunches.
I mean, shouldn't that just be budgeted in?
Yes. I mean, that's my thing. This is one of the programs I have no problem with, right? Because school can be massively uncomfortable for the people that are not in that group.
Oh yeah, I was in that group where I had to get the assisted meals and everything, and you always felt kind of weird about it because
Yeah, so just feed everybody. I have no problem with that issue. And as far as like a budget line in the national government is concerned, it's nothing. Like, it's nothing.
well they did it for a little while here in Minden and Gardnerville. My kids had free lunch after COVID for a while. They're going back to paid though.
My bigger problem is that they're going to, like, if the federal government were to be like, school lunches are free across the board, right? They're going to create a bunch of attachments to it. Like, you only get the money if you do these 23 things or whatever,
Oh, like
which
your
are going to be
school-
stupid.
Your school has to meet the criteria.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
But they already do that, don't they?
I think the federal government generally needs to figure out how to control their money less, especially when it comes to states. Like, you give the money out, you don't get to control how it's spent necessarily. Like, broadly you do, but as far as like specifics, you probably need to let it go. Like, you don't have the enforcement agency, you're going to cause a lot of battles, and the people who are going to suffer are the students. Like, what are we doing? Are we
Or
getting
just-
text? What is that?
James says there's not going to be a presidential debate, but there will be a vice presidential debate.
You don't think there's going to be? I think there's going to be a presidential debate.
I think we'll get both. I would love to have both.
I think Trump knows he needs it. And I think Harris probably, I think they both probably think they need it.
Well, didn't he say that he wanted the Fox one and she wants the ABC one?
She wants the one that was already negotiated with Biden. Trump saw a window of leverage. I think that leverage is probably fading a little bit. But listen, if her numbers start to go the other way, she's going to get desperate for that debate real fast. Oh, I don't think a debate's good for her, but that's going to be the only way out of it for her. If she starts to go the other way, if this is a sugar high and her numbers start to fade and she starts to look like she might again lose Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, like you name the states, Wisconsin, like she's in trouble, then the only way out of that's a debate because she can't buy her way out. She's buying her way in right now.
It's true.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like Harris Waltz doesn't feel like a winning ticket to me. I don't know.
I think because it was a last minute thing, I don't think they're gonna have that winning ticket kind of
What they
thing.
I mean, what they should be doing, and it would never work. But if the Republicans were smart, they would start putting it to Trump that the best thing he can do, like you look at Trump and you say, if you lose this time, people are going to believe it. And the last biggest thing you're going to be remembered for in this country is being a loser. The best thing you can do is step aside. Now, that's a mess in the Republican Party. They don't have a preset process like the Democrats do. But if you present it to him that way, if you just make him afraid of being a loser, maybe you get him to step aside and you get some actual candidates and we get some real policy. Like, my biggest problem with Harris right now is that we don't know what her policies are. We have all the things that she sort of disavowed through other people, but she hasn't spoken to actual policy yet. Everything she says is just hateful and mean-spirited towards Trump and Vance. Like, let's talk about how we're actually going to govern the country. This is my concern with her. Like, I think, listen, Wall Street already thinks she's bought and paid for. They think she's going to get rid of Lena Khan, which, like, whether you believe it or not. So that's, on the Democratic side, that's a problem in how they view mergers and acquisitions. It's a problem in how they view antitrust. It's a problem with how they view non-compete. Like, this hurts her with the base, and I think she's going to do it. And then other things that help her with the base are going to smoke her with independence. Like, is she really for mandatory AR buybacks? Is she, like, how does she feel on healthcare? Honestly, I think she's too weak to do anything about healthcare, but what's she going to be saying, right? I have real problems with the actual policy side of what she's going to do, and Waltz doesn't help her with any of that.
It's been the same thing the last couple of years. There hasn't been much policy talk, and if there has been, it's been targeting each side on what their policies are. No real discussion.
There's been more policy talk than there has been this year. I mean, we basically know what Trump's going to do, right? Like, we know where he stands on most things.
Yes.
I have no idea what Harris is going to do. She terrifies me. Like, the decisions that she could decide to make could be catastrophic. Like, do we have any understanding of her competence in global economies? Any at all? Like, I don't know if she knows anything or doesn't, but she hasn't spoken to it.
Well, how do we get her to speak about it?
Well, I don't know, because right now the media is too busy just celebrating her nomination. Like, let's get past the celebratory part and start asking some questions.
Town hall debate.
Which is what the media thing is the hardest part, is because they're just focusing on that she got the nomination. So that's why I gave it another month of her and this sugar high, because once after that month, this next month, they should be hounding her on her policies and finding out what she's actually going to do.
Well, the one debate is supposed to be set for September,
yeah.
so it's supposed to be in a couple weeks. I mean, that means you've got 3-4 weeks to put your shit together and get it in order before you know you're going to have to answer to
I
people.
mean, your shit should have been together, but regardless, I think they already knew
Whoa,
she was going to be
your
there.
confidence in the DNC, my man, is way too high. This isn't the West Wing.
I'm just hoping at some point the media is going to do media things. Like, about the time the convention happens where she says the same stuff, they're going to get tired of hearing the same stuff. They're going to get tired of independent media companies begging for someone to ask real questions and accusing them of being massively incompetent at their job. And maybe they'll start asking her some questions.
Well, that's what you need is you need like hot mic moments. You need someone to catch her with a question. and see how she responds. I think that's the answer.
Like town hall meeting style is what you're saying.
I would
Yeah.
love town hall debate. That's my favorite debate, which we haven't seen in forever. But I love the town hall debate where people ask real questions.
I would be okay with people just asking your softball questions at this point, just having them be live.
Just
I
to
mean,
see how it
something
is.
not scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, let's start somewhere. Let's just get her off script. Let's see if she can actually speak. Because at some point if she gets elected, at some point she's gonna be in a room with foreign leaders and have to present herself as though she's a competent leader of the largest, most powerful country the world has ever seen. Yeah.
James says, this is why there needs to be a debate. The former president, what is his policy other than black jobs?
What is he saying? Hold on. I don't see that. Oh.
Yeah. See it.
Yeah, listen, I think they both need to speak. Like, James, I think you know I have as many problems with Trump as I do with Harris. They would both do things that I like, and they would both do things that I am scared of. But I'm one voter. Like, I want the country to figure out what they're both about, other than I hate you and you hate me. And let's figure out what's going to be best for the country at some point. Like, let's figure out what policy is going to work for this country. Like, we have real problems.
Kevin's brother says he'd love to see the newsroom debate. That would be awesome.
I don't think that's ever going to happen, though.
The newsroom
No,
debate
yeah.
would be fantastic.
James is laughing at me. There's some things about Harris that really scare me. I mean, mostly that I just don't think she has any character. I think, like, they were talking about the people that she let off, that she was lenient on, and I'm guessing all the people when she was either the district attorney or the attorney general for California that were shown leniency, I almost guarantee that every one of those cases was politically charged, and she did it to curry favor and not to do the morally right thing.
Yeah, there's no more.
This is my biggest problem with Harris. I don't know that she has any backbone.
No.
Like, she's not an ideologue. She doesn't stand for anything. She's, as pointed out by her staff over and over again, she's remarkably lazy. She doesn't read briefing books. She doesn't prepare. So she's not studious enough to be an expert. So if you're not an expert and you're not an ideologue, what do you believe in, and how do you make decisions?
No, LaRon, I don't think Trump has character either.
I think Trump has character. I just think it's bad character.
Oh, okay.
I think Harris doesn't have character.
No,
I think Harris goes with the wind. I think, listen, Trump has no problem at all sharing his opinion. Now, sometimes those opinions are completely ridiculous, but he'll tell you about it.
That's true.
And he'll argue it with you.
And he can speak on it.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Like, he can speak. At least he can speak to
I think
what he thinks.
my problem, what scares me about Harris is that she seems like someone who's going to do the thing that the person standing in front of her with the most money wants her to do. That's my problem with Harris.
Which is why they're saying she's bought and paid for.
Yeah, I mean, Wall Street already believes it. And that's a scary thought because Wall Street always makes good decisions.
I'd like to see a debate where nobody's gathering money for this.
Yeah, okay.
That-
Stacy, what was James's question? I'm on a phone. I can barely see the chat. I apologize.
The one about what is his policy other than black jobs?
Trump?
I believe so.
On what issue?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
And he didn't get that far.
Yes.
I mean, listen, Trump's going to do the same Wall Street things that Harris is going to do, but at least we can expect it. Like, we know why, right?
Money, 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 money.
Like, at least he has an opinion because he thinks it's good for the country. I think Harris has an opinion because someone told her to. This is my problem. Now, that's not true on everything, but I think that's probably true on Wall Street. She's also a huge tech junkie. Like, she knows all those people. Her dad's a Stanford professor.
I know.
Like, she's like the in-group in Silicon Valley, and those people scare me to death.
That's fair.
Like, the decisions that they would make are horrifying. They're like, all right, here's my problem with Silicon Valley, right? Many of them, not all of them, many of them, and I was talking about this earlier with Casey, the difference between natural intelligence and earned intelligence, right? Natural intelligence is like inherited wealth. You don't know you didn't earn it. You don't know what the parameters are around it. You don't know what to do with it. You don't necessarily know, like, the practical problems that come from executing things that you would do that you know how to do, right? Earned intelligence generally comes with expertise. When you've had to go through and practically see your mistakes, when you make them incrementally, you have some sort of nuanced opinion about how it's going to affect the world. It's not just, I'm capable, so I'm going to. It's, I'm capable, but I also see down the road 8 steps where this could go wrong, right? I don't know. Listen, Trump didn't earn anything either. I have the same problem with both of them in this respect. Like, they're not looking 2 steps down the road. They're playing chess, not checkers. Checkers, not chess.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You want chess players.
Yeah, I want someone who, to accomplish what they accomplished, had to work hard and gain experience and expertise and understand what the execution of those things mean, right? Not someone who just got handed the keys to a car, like, here's a Ferrari, go drive it. Could you have driven a Ferrari on your first day?
No.
I could barely drive a minivan the first time I went out in a car.
I could drive that a lot easier than that C10.
I mean, I probably not well.
Yeah, without burning up the clutch.
No.
Like, let's not burn out the clutch on this country, please.
Too late.
I don't think it is.
Too
I
late.
really don't think it is.
That clutch needs to be replaced.
Let's see.
I do on some level like at some point it would get us into trouble. But I like Peter Zion's comment about this country. He's like,
right.
look, the United States is a global superpower, whether we like it or not. We've been trying to fuck it up for 50 years and haven't figured out how.
All right, LaRon says, what is Trump's an expert in? She is at least a
LaRon,
lawyer.
I'm the wrong person to talk about a lawyer being an expert in anything.
I don't know if she was an expert.
I mean, I
even
think he's
close.
got a better understanding of how finance works than she does. But again, I have problems with both of them. I don't think either of them are terribly competent. I wanted someone other than Trump a long time ago. But I don't know that they could both put us in a really bad situation very quickly, like remarkably quickly.
Yes. That's why you need Stone Cold.
And I
to rock.
honestly believe, like, the reports from her staff, by all accounts, lazy, toxic, takes credit for other people's work, yells at them when their idea that she stole is hers doesn't work. She goes through staff faster than anybody in Washington for the most part. Like, just incredibly toxic, not a good boss, not a good executive. I think the last time she was probably an expert was 1L Torts in law school.
Damn.
So
Seriously. Like, she didn't know how to apply the law as a district attorney or attorney general. She over-prosecuted drug crimes left and right. She hid evidence to keep people in jail. Like, she's a disaster as a lawyer.
Trump knows bankruptcy. He is a bankruptcy expert.
Oh my God, dude. The worst class I ever took in law school was bankruptcy law.
He also knows
The
how not
bankruptcy
to run a
code?
casino.
The bankruptcy code was first written by an 8-year-old, and then every page was torn out and thrown in the air, and then someone just picked them up in a random order and stapled them together, and they're like, here's the bankruptcy code.
That sounds about right.
It's a mess. Yeah,
my grandfather's gone through the bankruptcy and all that. I've never had and never, hopefully never will. I'll never
Listen,
try it.
I think Trump runs his company like a jackass. I mean, he literally signs contracts that he knows he's going to pay half on, and when they sue him, he says, "Come at me. My lawyers are on retainer," and then he settles for 60%. Like, that's a shitty businessman just generally. Like, it's just not a good person. But I don't know that she's any better.
That's why we need a debate. We need to put them head to head.
Well, then
Yeah,
we'll
and-
see that they're both horrible.
And put questions in front of them that are going to matter to this country over the next 4 years.
I think a solid game of Battleship would be fine. That's all the character you need is a good game of Battleship.
So I like the idea the putting those questions in to them that are going to matter in the 4 years. But I also want them to think about repercussions after that as well. How long is this going to last? Where are the hiccups? Kind of like you were saying.
Listen, I'll be happy if they're thinking about year 4. I don't think right now they're thinking about any other election. I don't think either. I mean, Trump maybe a little bit because he's already done the job. She's not thinking about what makes this country better. She's thinking about what serves the people that are going to vote for her. Dude, the fat electricians, when he's talking about Battleship in this country and what happens when you fuck with America's ships. He's like, you hit one of America's ships and America walks over to your Battleship board, picks it up and throws it against the wall.
See, that would be a perfectly good debate. Game of Battleship. How well do you play? I would also accept a game of Uno. That tells you all you need to know about a person.
I had
Battleship.
6-year-old kids playing mini Uno at one of the tables in the restaurant the other day.
Perfect. Uno. Perfect.
How well did
Just-
that go?
It could be all
I
of
have
them.
no idea.
It could be the vice president and the president. A 4-way game of Uno.
There were no cards on the floor at the end, so, you know.
Listen, I can't play Uno with my family.
Are you really playing Uno then? If the cards aren't on the floor,
Exactly.
I don't know.
that's like playing a bad game of spades.
I mean, they're already more adult than the two people we have running for president.
Fair.
That's fair. I would accept Monopoly, but I think the rules are too complex for that.
I just
So-
have problems.
Listen, I don't play Monopoly or Uno
Yeah, 'cause
anymore because
Monopoly is a destroyer of
Yes.
friendships.
I mean, I suppose my biggest problem with Harris would be what I think she wants to do with guns, but I don't think she's going to have the leverage to do it, so we're safe there. I'm
think
a little
we're okay.
worried about what they want to do with the court. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the court's makeup right now, but I don't think it's much a travesty as anybody else. But I also I don't think Trump is any more an existential threat to democracy than Harris is.
I think they're about equally the same.
I think the most important thing is to focus on the next race at this point.
Yeah,
Just what
I think it's
who
completely
pulls
up in the air at this point.
Yeah, who pulls together the best team for the next election?
I mean, I don't think either of these VP candidates are going to be the front runner when their time comes.
You don't think they'll run for presidency?
I mean, I think Vance will, but I don't think he's got the muscle.
That's right.
I mean, maybe Waltz, but I think he'd get pushed out also.
For LaRon, yes, I know about a bad spades game. I am a brother. I know.
Listen, we can play spades.
No, you can't because I will pull out a 45 real quick.
All right, so what are our reviews coming up this week? We've got our blind whiskey again. Although I didn't feel like we did that bad last week.
I don't think we did that bad either.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
And a trilogy Maduro review.
Did you see that the one of the best bourbons in the world was the 1792?
Foolproof?
According to Christian?
Yeah, was that San Francisco Spirits? The one where they won that?
So it's a solid guess.
I've never
1792.
had a 1792 foolproof that wasn't a pick.
Is
They
there-
actually have it at Total Wine right now, but Total Wine's marking everything up. They want like $70 for it, and they can go at themselves.
It's
Their
usually
Total
like,
Wine's prices are ridiculous.
it's usually like 50, 60, right?
It's like 54,
Okay.
and I'm just annoyed. Total Wine's just basically being a secondary retailer at this point.
Oh,
You want to
I'm reading the comments. Sorry.
So
I'm not gonna lie. I get irritated when I see somebody redact their message. Like, why are you
James.
pulling that back?
what did you say, James?
Yes.
For Stace, I can tell you when it was great, and that's when Kennedy gave his speech about going to the moon.
You think that was the last one?
That go back and watch that speech. I watch it once a year.
I
It's
know
a
the speech is
fantastic
great.
speech. Like that is the last time we were great. When we challenged the fucking world to go to the moon and we said, fuck you, we're gonna do it first.
Yeah, then we did it.
Fantastic. I think that's when we were at the pinnacle. I will accept Clinton in 92.
I mean, listen. So you've got the Cold War ending.
Yep.
You have Clinton balancing the budget, which we'll probably never see again.
Yep.
I mean, this country isn't that far gone.
No.
We're just a little squirrely right now.
It's you go through the lulls, the down points.
Yeah, like we're a little carried away with ourselves. We don't have anything to focus on, so we're focusing on, ancillary shit. Like we've got a bunch of people who haven't had to work for anything. And I don't mean like work for anything in their lives. I mean, they haven't as a country had to work for a goal, right? So everyone's infighting. It's awkward. Like everyone's really self-aggrandizing. They're more focused on themselves than on any sort of national good. Like it's just, we're in one of those times where the country's a little lost for purpose.
So we got to find something to challenge the world on for us to be great again.
We were the best when we were fighting the Russians.
Well, we're always the best.
Hands down.
America loves a good fight.
That's what we're good at. War is good for money,
I mean-
and that's when we unite the best.
I mean, it's legitimately like us and Genghis Khan for greatest warmongers in history. And I think
yeah, that's actually he's got a point. When Reagan told Gorbachev to tear the wall down,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, that was a good one. That's a good point too, Christian. I forget that one.
I mean, I think we remember the really big things, but this country has done great things in the interim too.
Yeah,
But right now, we're just sort of, here, existing.
Lollygagging.
we're waiting. We're in that transition period where the next generation of leaders have yet to get there, and I think those are the people we need. We need a younger viewpoint, not the curmudgeony old 80-year-old dudes who are like, back in my day.
Well,
mean,
the one that we're getting is kind of.
Back in my day.
There's plenty of studious and well-reasoned 80-year-olds in the world. They're just not. They just aren't running for office.
Yeah, because they're all retired.
They all know. They're like, we're 80. We don't need to do this
They're like,
anymore.
I've got money in a boat. I'm gonna go fishing.
I mean, I think we just need something to work towards. I don't know what that's going to be. Like, everyone's throwing out their thing that they want us to work towards, and we haven't landed on anything yet. So we're all just fighting over what it's going to be still.
First galactic spaceship.
Space is good. I like space.
Space has always been a good one.
Space works. We need to capture that $10 billion asteroid that keeps floating around every 6 months. They keep threatening about. Makes everyone a
it's
millionaire.
way more than 10 billion.
I know, it's like $10 trillion.
Yeah. Do you understand how inflationary that would be?
I don't care.
Is that the
It would
rare-
change absolutely nothing. You could give everyone the exact same amount of money. It could be whatever money you wanted. It could be $1 trillion each. All it would be is massively inflationary.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Then I'd have $1 trillion. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, that $1 trillion will be the equivalent to 100.
That's fine. Still $1 trillion.
All of a sudden, your car would cost $1 trillion.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd also say Ferrari on the side, and I'd be fine with that.
No, because you'd still be competing with the guys that have, $1 trillion plus 300 billion who could buy one of the 400 Ferraris and you couldn't.
Then I'd just go.
It would change your situation absolutely not at all.
Then I would just go steal one. I'm from the hood. I
I don't know about that
fucking
one.
steal that shit. I don't give a fuck. If Ukrainians can steal tanks, I can steal a Ferrari. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, we've already discussed it wasn't the Ukrainians. It's still
No,
the tanks.
it was us just dressed as Ukrainians. We just left it at some dude's farm.
No, Graham, James, obviously I think the problem is us. Like, I don't think there's any political figurehead that can stand in front of the country and change its direction if we don't want to change the direction. Like, we're the problem. And at some point, we're going to figure it out, and we're going to walk out of it, and we're probably going to be just fine. Because there are certain truths that remain, right? We're the best geographically situated country in the world. It's cheaper for us to move goods around our country than any other country in the world. We have more navigable waterways than the rest of the world combined, right? And moving things on water is cheap. We can grow all the food we need, plus all the food most of the rest of the world needs if we want to. We have more mining resources and the ability to access them combined than any other country out there. Like, we're not in a bad spot. The people just need to decide that we're not in a bad spot and start doing fun things again. Like, we need to start working for things that matter instead of, fighting over the labels on bathrooms. And I understand that's important to the people that it's important to, but it's not like a greater national need. It just isn't.
So what you're saying is we need Snoop Dogg to be president?
I'm not sure that would be worse than our two options.
I mean, I'll vote for Snoop. Is he on the ballot?
He's about to be.
Ron just fell in the pool.
Was it sabotage? Wait, did someone sabotage it?
No, it's Ron. He probably was laughing too hard and fell.
We need to get these guys hooked into this
I
thing.
told you someone's gonna fall in the fucking pool. There's 9 deep.
That is a small space
Yeah,
on the other side of the pool.
it's a little sketchy by that pool.
Well, it's hot down there. He needed to cool down.
Actually, I tell you what, when we were down there, super hot during the day. But once that sun went down and you started to get the breeze off the ocean, it was really nice at night.
It's nice.
Like, I had a little hoodie on. It was nice.
Where are they at? I thought they were in
Fairfield.
Fairfield. I thought they were Sac.
No,
No, it was fantastic. Once the sun went down, it started to cool down. That was amazing. What do we got?
What's he say?
Oh yes, all that's true. All that's true.
Yeah.
I think we've allowed a lot of corporations to run roughshod over this country, and it's just not helped us. But that's another issue. I mean, listen. My opinion on big pharma and the healthcare industry, I could discuss for hours.
How do we cut them out of the presidency? Like,
This is the problem. You can't, like, Citizens United isn't going anywhere. Super PACs aren't going anywhere. I think easily accessible information to who's paying for what as far as elections go. Like, whose money went where, what are they likely to vote for, who else has gotten money from them, how have they voted. Like, accessible information on the spaghetti network that is political contributions for the everyday voter, I think is the easiest way to level out elections.
So NASCAR jackets.
I mean, I think that's probably not going to happen.
Sponsored NASCAR jackets.
It would be effective.
If my favorite driver
And the
is
patches had to be
sponsored-
related to the
Yeah.
size of how much you received from
Yes,
them.
yes.
I mean, it would be effective.
Yeah, if fucking Pfizer is the title sponsor of said person, I want a big ass Pfizer logo on the back of their jacket.
Or listen, every time you run a political campaign, at the end, it's not just I approve this message. It's also, and I've received contributions from, and just all the logos of all the corporations you've taken money from.
James said your app idea. That would work.
I think it's fantastic. I mean,
great idea.
listen, I got to get a couple other apps off the ground first, making money before I can build a nonprofit that does something like that.
Yeah, be title sponsors of politicians.
But I legitimately think that information is the best way to level the playing field for politicians that aren't receiving money from super PACs.
Yeah,
If all you have to do is go to your computer or your phone and click on a guy, right? And then click on contributions or what they're likely to vote for, and it just gives you projections, and you can see like, oh, this guy's doing this thing for that reason because X, right? If that information's at your fingertips, elections change overnight.
yeah, because then you know who's voting for why.
Yeah.
And what. Then it makes sense. Oh, they signed this bill because, X company put this much money into like these 6 people on the floor. Boom.
I really think that's the best way to do it. Someone's just got to put it together.
Only time will tell with that.
I mean, it's all free information, right?
You
Yeah, it's all out there.
Yeah.
It's all public record. Now, some of it takes longer than others. So, like, candidates inside of 45 days to the election have to report their political contributions every day, every 24 hours. Super PACs, no matter how close they are to an election, only have to report their contributions every 30 days. And because they have so much money, they're notorious for zeroing out they'll file the report, but everything will be zeros. They'll just pay the fine and then refill it out the next month so they can get past an election date. But eventually that all comes out in the wash, right? Eventually there's a record and you can see what's happened before. So what happened that day becomes less important.
It's too
Fair.
heavy for the chat.
I know, James, seriously, we need to talk about something lighter. I tried to go a different direction.
What we did for
You
a good
pulled me
while
back in.
with you conspiracy
Just like the
docs.
pool pulled and Ron.
What do we got coming up? The Olympics are ending. Football's back.
Football.
Thank God.
Thank God. I'm so happy for
Dude,
football.
I was getting it. So I work with a bunch of mountain hippie kids, right? And they're all skier, snowboarder, hiker, Burning Man, whatever. And they're like, I hate football. I'm like, I do not hate football. They're like, what? Well, what? I'm like, it's the biggest sports league in the country. Do you know how much money my shop makes because of football?
Football.
Plus, I just really like watching it. Like, it's a particular kind of measured violence. I'm a huge fan. Yeah.
It is the modern day Coliseum.
It
at this
really
point.
is.
Yeah.
Is Dak gonna
Oh
get a
shit.
contract?
Oh shit. That's Ron. Me and Ron on the same team.
I am amazingly curious to see how well the Chargers do with Harbaugh as the coach.
Is Dak gonna get a contract? Come on, get out of here with that Dak bullshit.
Oh, is that Christian? That's got to be Christian.
Nah, that's James.
No, that's James.
Oh, are they both Dallas? Is Christian also a Cowboys fan?
I mean,
Do we have two Cowboys
he
fans in the
lives
chat?
a stone's throw from the stadium. So
I don't know, he could be a Houston fan. I don't know.
I mean, I believe both of them are.
Houston fans. That's funny. Houston. They ain't got no fans.
Hey,
What?
they have at least one. He
Who?
comes in here.
Yeah, we
Who?
met him.
Darren.
No.
Wait, you saying he's a closet Cowboys fan and just saying Houston for no reason?
Darren is still a 49ers fan. He just works for the Houston guys. He just likes that he gets to yell at them for uniform infractions.
Except he does it for the visiting
Ron
team.
is a Cowboys fan too.
Oh, there's 3. I can't. I don't hate the Cowboys like other people do. Schmody.
Schmody.
We had Schmody in the chat there before. Dude, Schmody at Celebrity Golf, like every time we walked by someone who played for the Cowboys at some point, fucking was just hooting and hollering like he was back in Texas.
Just in awe.
Yeah, just fucking them boys at the top of his lungs. You're like, oh my God, man, I'm going to walk over here. You do your thing. Like,
Yeah, you're like, I don't know this guy.
Well, Pittsburgh's going to suck because I got Russell Wilson. And that guy's a traitor.
did they sign someone right behind him too?
Yeah, they got that other kid to watch.
Kid from Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what his
It's-
name was.
No one does.
He played for Ohio State.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No. Didn't happen.
I don't know why you're arguing with me on stuff that
that's-
is completely irrelevant.
Mandela
just
effect.
argue.
That never actually happened.
Casey's just doing it to argue.
I mean, he's going to be behind someone that plays the same kind of ball that he does, that can teach him things. He might be good.
He is definitely in the light conference. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no challenge in Pittsburgh. There's none.
Okay.
There's no challenge.
Are we sure?
Yes. 90%.
Oh, so this Sunday, game start?
Yeah, this is
Preseason? Real preseason starts?
Real preseason, I guess.
The Hall of Fame game caught me off guard.
Hall of Fame game.
Dude, I walked around the corner. I was literally just talking about football starting. I walked around the corner in the bar and looked up and went, wait, that's a Hall
Oh.
of Fame game.
Wait, is Ayuk actually going to Pittsburgh? I thought he was going to the Browns. He's been holding out on his contract for 49ers because he's upset.
Oh.
So apparently he's playing games for
I
contracts.
mean, the 49ers are going to be, top 10 teams in the league again.
Aren't they usually?
Yeah, they have been for a while. They just haven't been able to close the deal. I mean, they're talented. All right. What's our time on this?
125.
All right. Guys, we're getting out of here. Seriously, thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun having you guys in the chat. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed and you liked what we do, do YouTube things.
YouTube things.
And we'll see you next time.